I've helped hundreds of people get visible abs, increase self-confidence and overcome years of failed diet attempts, getting them to actually look in the mirror and feel happy with what they see. Some say that abs are built in the gym and only revealed in the kitchen. And that is completely true. I'm going to walk you through my 4 top exercises that will increase the definition of your abs, increase their size. And once you've lost that belly fat, they will absolutely pop. If this is your first time here, I'm Paul. I've been coaching people like you for 12 years now. I help people just like you who are stuck, tried everything to get visible abs, to lose the weight, to lose their belly fat, and now a little bit lost, unsure as to what to do next. And I help you get into insane shape that you can be proud of, regardless of what the goal, whether it be for weddings, whether it be for photo shoots, or whether it's just to not look like a sock full of custard around the pool when you go on holiday. As you know, these exercises aren't suddenly going to strip you of belly fat. That comes from the nutrition, and that's where my fat loss blueprint comes in. I've put everything into one guide. It goes through everything you need to get visible abs, and it's based around 3 things. Firstly, a full nutrition breakdown, calculating your calories, your macros, and how to create your deficit. Secondly, the habits that form the base of the future you, the habit formation needed for this to last and not just be a fad that you throw away after 8 weeks. And thirdly, the training that goes alongside it, plus a shopping list of everything you need to lose weight right now. Completely free, and the link is in the description below. Now, your abs aren't a special muscle. They don't need 30 minutes of crunches. They don't need 100 sit-ups a day. Been there and done that. They don't need ab blasters, and they don't need gym classes. Oh, hello there. Abs should follow the traditional rules we have for hypertrophy. The volume recommendations like any other muscle, taking them close to failure, a high rep range, anywhere up to 20 reps, and 6+ sets per week. They respond to volume, they respond to consistency, and they respond to frequency. Now let me talk you through the exercises. First off, we have a hanging leg raise or a leg raise. And I love this exercise because it can be regressed all the way down to a captain's chair where you've got back support, and you can start with a knee raise before you start going into straight leg. Using a captain's chair reduces the anterior pelvic tilt. It secures your spine, and it allows you to directly focus on just bringing your knees up using your core. Once you've mastered that, we can go into a straight leg, and then from there you can progress onto a hanging leg raise, where not only having to do the exercise, but you're also having to support yourself from swinging, which bends out your core a lot more than you think. When you do progress onto just the bar and you are hanging, make sure you're using wraps so your grip's comfortable and it's not the limiting factor of the actual exercise. The main thing throughout the whole hanging leg raise, no matter which version you're doing, is to not use the momentum of the backswing to bring yourself back up. You want the core under tension at all times. Secondly, we have a cable crunch. This is like ab crunches on steroids. Ab crunches don't overload your core as much as we need to. So adding a weight and then performing the exercises adds to the stimulus and creates that tension to create growth. Make sure the attachment is right at the top of the cable. Again, you can use wraps to strap yourself to the rope so that your grip doesn't become a limiting factor. Make sure you keep your hips directly over your knees. Give yourself enough room so you don't nut the cable machine and or the floor. And perform a crunch. Bring your face to your thighs without your hips shifting backwards. On the way back up, you're going for as much of a stretch on the abs as you can whilst keeping them in tension to create as much stimulus as we can. And once you start getting tired and can't get all the way to the bottom, you can do half reps or lengthened partials as we call them, which will also create the stimulus you need. I love these because you can just load them up. Number 3 is a dragon flag. Probably the hardest of these 4 by quite a margin. Most exercises focus on the concentric movement, so the shortening of the abs. This is purely an eccentric movement, especially when you start. That's where we lengthen the muscle under tension. It creates more fatigue, more DOMs, and to an extent, more stimulus and growth. And it allows you to go closer to failure, and that failure point might only be 3 reps, because the failure point will just be you performing the exercise a little bit quicker. So after you do 2 to 3 really hard, eccentric, controlled reps, you can just let yourself drop a little bit quicker to get 3 or 4 more out. You're not going to get 20 reps on these at all. I struggle to get 8 myself. We're holding onto the bench. We're trying to keep your hips as high as you can throughout, and you can kick yourself up to straight leg and lower yourself down nice and slowly. You can start to learn how to do dragon flags by just a standard leg raise. Then you can bring your knees into it, which is significantly easier. Then go into slow, eccentric, controlled dragon flags. And then eventually, I'm still not there yet, you'll be able to get a full dragon flag out, both up and down. And lastly is a rollout. You can do these either on the little rollouts, little roller with the handles, or you can set up a bar, which is slightly harder because you've got a little bit of weight to bring back to. And you can even start them by using a Swiss ball. This is one of the most common ab exercises I see get done wrong. And what most people do is they ignore the Swiss ball thing, go straight to a roller or straight to a bar and absolutely butcher the move. When it's done correctly and you nail your abs, this is difficult. You've got to make sure that your hips are constantly in front of your knees to keep the tension on. You need to extend the hips before you extend the arms, and you almost need to crunch your way back to the start, which is the most difficult thing. And sometimes you will face plant the floor. Like I said at the start, your abs are like any other muscle. They respond to stimulus, they respond to fatigue, and they respond to frequency. But most of you see them as an afterthought at the end of a session when you can't think of anything else to do. And that's where the fat loss blueprint comes in. Structured, progressive overload training that targets the muscles that you want to show off when you get lean, with all the tools you need to get lean alongside it. You shouldn't be skipping your abs just like you skip your leg days. There should be a constant feature in all of your programs. If you do that consistently with a solid nutrition plan and start building the habits that get you closer to the person you want to be, it's just a matter of time before you get visible abs. It's just a matter of time before you look in the mirror and start seeing what you actually like. It's only a matter of time before you start wearing bikinis on holiday or start walking around the pool in budgie smuggers like that Italian always does when you're there. If you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more, please like and subscribe, ask any questions below, and let me know how you get on doing these 4.